everyone, welcome to another Infinity Nikki styling video, and today I'll be sharing the outfits I styled using pieces from this banner, Eclipsing Prayers. So I'll be using pieces from both Behind Prayers and Silent Ode. Without further ado, here is the first outfit. I kind of ended up creating an entire royal court, which wasn't the original intention. I just make outfits, but it kind of turned out that way. So she's supposed to be the queen. Here, I don't like how this looks from the back though, because you see this green color, this green dye that I used, it doesn't appear anywhere else here. So it looks kind of out of place, but in the front, I think it's fine. There is green here, but for photos, it's fine. For running around, maybe not. But let's walk you through the outfit. So yeah, for hair, I used Enchanting Ink Gold Jade, which is this hair from Dancing Craft Gold Jade. So this is the dancing ability outfit you unlock very early on when you start the Dancing Island quest line, and I think this is the glow up version. And for the dress, Golden Odes from Behind Prayers, the base version, and these are all free colors, I think. Let me check though. Yeah, even though I did unlock some dice for it, but I didn't really use any of those. So here's the original. And for the outerwear, Night Escape from Radiant Crown, our current free anniversary set. I did dye it to match, kind of. So here's the original. Maybe it works. The original version, I don't know. I definitely think the pink here helps. I'm not too sure about this color around here though. So I don't know. You might not like it either. And for the shoes, I'm using Golden Yesterday from Behind Prayers just because she needed shoes, you know. These shoes just came with the dress. You can't really see, you know. And if I don't give her shoes, you see, it does make a difference. It adds height and changes how the hemline looks. So yeah, I added the shoes. And then for the accessories, the hair accessory, Starlit Diadem from, oh, I think this is free. Free as in from Marquez's boutique. So like it's this crown here, the tiny one, and the big crown here is from the anniversary set again, dyed in free colors. So here's the original. It adds this halo effect, which I really like. And then for the earrings, shining silhouettes, I was thinking, since this banner was fan termed the Sun banner, maybe it's the Kingdom of the Sun or Soul or something. So, these earrings, there are two rings. They're just asymmetric. A stud here and this big ring here. It says S. So yeah, maybe that's some sort of an emblem of her kingdom. And then for the gloves, Monsoon Messenger. Okay, so the default purification outfit gloves. So these from Wind of Purity. And then a ring from Pat's Farewell, last season's free outfit. I did dye it in this free color, just this stone here to match her outfit. And for the makeup, I'm using Golden Tears for the base makeup, which came with this banner, and Delicate Moonlight for the eyebrows, Basked in Light for the eyelashes, which also came with this banner, Warm Tinted Traces for the lenses. Okay, these are from the Serpent banner, Tide of Tears, and Brimming Memories for the lips, also from Tide of Tears, and I'm using Twilight Reflections for the skin tone. So yeah, here. And yeah, you can't really see much of her skin at all, just the face and the wrists here. But Passionate Banquet, Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. Now, I don't think I'm using any Eureka. Yeah, no Eureka. And let me change time of day so you can see what she looks like. I will say it's not just the time of day, place matters a lot as well. I will talk about it when I get to the king outfit. Yeah, so here, yeah, I still have those sticky claw points I set up for the preview. And on to the next look. So this one was probably the first look I styled like really quickly. I didn't put much thought into this one, but then I thought, she could be like some kind of military leader, royal advisor to the royal family, something like that. She, he, I don't know. A lot of them to me look androgynous. So here for the hair, I used the Radiant Crown hair. I want to use this hair with every fit, actually. It's such a nice hair and it's for free, but it does have the problem that the Tide of Tears hair has, which is you can't predictably dye it because, if you click on, okay, okay, that dyed pretty well, huh? But you see, the highlights, they dye a different color with the different dyes you pick. Yeah, yeah. So I went with the base color, which is black, and then the Midnight Oat dress, which I did not like at all when doing the preview because I don't know, something about this green color. I don't know. I wanted it to be fully black, I guess. These colors kind of remind me of the military, so that's what I went with. And then for the shoes, tap tap away from the Starlet shop, I think. Yeah, headwear. Dome of Light, which is from the same set, Silent Ode, the base version, and Sacred Song for the earrings. And okay, let me sort by recent. It'll be a lot quicker to find here. So yeah, also from Silent Ode, Prayers of Light for the neckwear from Behind Prayers. I feel like this necklace kind of disappears because like these outfits have a lot of detail around here, and this necklace is supposed to go over something that doesn't have as many details maybe, so it can stand out. This still works without it, so it does make a difference, but I would like it to have more of an impact. So maybe a blank canvas of a background would have been nicer. No, this works. This still works. And for the bracelet, I really wanted to add this to every look as well. So behind prayers, green words, the bracelets, I don't know what they're called, but I really like them. So they are clipping through the cloth here, but it doesn't bother me. And for the gloves, Blood Knight Ode, I really don't like the base version of the Silent Ode gloves. I don't know why. I feel like it doesn't match this dress very well. It matches the outerwear though. And I tried to make it work, but I couldn't. So, yeah, the Judgment version, which is the evolution. And back piece, Dusky Scales from the shop Dragon set. I still can't believe you could buy this for diamonds. There's such a nice deal, in my opinion. And then for the makeup, I'm using Starsea Whispers for the base from Sea of Stars. Returning Crane for the eyebrows. These were also purchasable for diamonds back in dancing season. And Where Tears Lead for the lashes from Head of Tears, version 1.7. Emerald Light for the contacts from this banner, and Silver Haze for the lips, craftable lipstick from Silvergale Saria, and I'm using Nikki's base skin tone. So here, again, you can't really see much of her at all, just the face, and now she even has gloves on. But Moonlit Snow, Twilight Reflections, and Passionate Banquet. And again, no Eureka. And here's what she looks like. I think it's dawn. Yeah, nighttime lasts such a short time. I wonder if they'll ever add seasons or maybe a different region which will have the time work differently. That would be nice. But yeah, let me change time of day. So this is daytime. And let me make it nighttime here. There is some extra light around here so you can see better. Anyway, on to the next one. Now, you might have already seen this one if you saw my video where I tested out the leisure gliding ability that comes with Behind Prayers. So I really liked this outfit. So I was thinking some kind of a medieval princess who might have a pet dragon, even though she's not holding one. I was thinking of a dragon tamer princess. So here for the hair, I did use the Behind Prayers Green Woods hair. So this is from the glow up version. And when I pulled for this set, the hair was kind of my least favorite piece. And I changed my mind. I really like this hair. So yeah, just like the Radiant Crown hair, I also want to add this hair to everything. So here I dyed it red. I did unlock the dyes here from palette 6. And then I used the Tide of Tears dress, and this is a dye I unlocked in this dyeing rebate event. So this is Tide of Tears Lament, which is the evolution or glow up. I can never remember this one, but one of those. And I used this first palette here. Oh, you know, this would also be a look, huh? Well, you could do that, but I wanted it to be one color, but yeah, that's something I'll keep in mind. Yeah, I think I just clicked select all because I really liked how this looked. So the original dress doesn't look much different if you have the dress and don't want to unlock the dyes, but I thought this looked so metallic and so nice. So I went with that, like kind of like armor in a way. And for the outerwear, I used Gleaming Grains, which is also part of this set, Tide of Tears. So, Tide of Tears Lament, and also dyed again with those colors. I think palette 1. Yeah. And for the shoes, Eternal Harvest, because she needed shoes. I don't think I put any thought into it. Yeah, from Tide of Tears Lament. Just put the shoes from the same set. And then Serpent Stream for the hair accessory. So here from Tide of Tears, dyed in this free color, and Golden Diadem for the headwear, which is from Wishful Rosa, I think. Yes, here. And not dyed, it's just the way it comes originally. And then a Pure Hope green words for the earrings from the glow up version of Behind Prayers. And Prayers of Light green words for the neckwear, the evolved version again. And here, as you can see, it kind of gets lost, but it does add a little something. And also, even if you can't see it here, you see it adds something to her shoulders here. So I thought that looked nice. And from the back, even though you can't really see because of her long hair, but here. And then for the bracelet, Wordless Oath, this time from the base version of Behind Prayers. Unfading Heart green words for the choker from the glow up version. Devout Prayer for the gloves, and I did dye it. Is this a free color? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, I did unlock it, and just for this one channel, I used this color. You could like use this one. I don't know. I wanted this to kind of mimic her skin tone a little, even though it doesn't really match. You can see that, but I thought it looked nice. I really like these gloves. I like the Tide of Tears set a lot, and I like this set a lot as well in terms of the accessories. And for the face decoration, this one from Behind Prayers Greenwoods, the glow up version, and makeup, Golden Petal Drift for the base makeup from Wishful Rosa. Sacred Feathers for the eyebrows from this set, and it does have this glitter here, which looks really nice, and she also kind of looks a little sad. I don't know, laments. That's the dress she's wearing. Basked in Light for the eyelashes from this set. You can't really see. I mean, you can, but not that clearly for this piece, but it's also glittery, and I really like it. Emerald Light for the contacts from this set again, this banner, and Golden Kiss for the lips from Wishful Rosa. And I'm using Twilight Reflections for the skin tone again, and here she is. When you can see a little bit more in Passionate Banquet. In Nikki's base skin tone. And in Muller Snow. And this time I am using Eureka just Afterglow hands because I really like how the butterflies look and they match. So yeah, here she is in the overworld. You've seen her more than the others. And it's already dawn again. Oh, nighttime lasts so little. Let me change time of day here. As you can see, we're facing away from the sun, so it looks kind of dark. Now there's so much light. And yeah, let me change it to nighttime. Yeah, here with a bit more light. There are a lot of those plants that glow in the dark in Elderwood Forest, and a lot of street lights in Spira and Shell Island. So there's more light there than here during nighttime. But anyway, on to the next one. Okay. Yeah, so here's the next look, and I really don't like this dance. It bothers me for some reason, maybe because of her expression or something. So let me, yeah, click that, and yeah, she'll be back to normal. And so I was thinking maybe she's an envoy from a different country, Linlang, because they did use the Misty Poetics dress. And yes, she is holding that. Just maybe an Inuit gift for someone in the royal family. So here I struggled with the hair. I started with this originally from the default Sticky Claw Ability outfit, but I don't know, I also wanted to use this one. Like I said, I really want to use these hairs for everything, but this didn't look too nice with the hair accessory, so I eventually went with this, which is from Courtyard Flowers, Tangled Dreams. So Courtyard Flowers was a 4-star set in Golden Season. Since I really wanted to use this hair accessory, this hair had this ponytail here, and I liked the placement of it, so that's why I used it. And for the dress, I'm using Graceful Branch, which is from Misty Poetics, which was a free set we got in version 1.6. Yes. So I just unlocked palette 6 for it, and I did want to use this red. It looks nice, right? It looks nice in the overworld too, but for some reason the orange was calling me. I wanted a bit more warmth. I guess to go with the lipstick more, I don't know, and I am using a lot of gold accents. I thought this fitted better. And yes, it clips if you move around like that. But I will show you what she looks like in the overworld. And the outerwear, Final Prayer. So when I was doing the preview for this, I did say this kind of reminded me of the Cat Banner outerwear, like a less extravagant version of that. So I wanted to make a Linlang kind of fit with that. Of course, this dress is a lot more modern, so like it's not traditional by any means. Maybe she just likes to experiment with fashion. This coat is not Linlang. You know, she's an envoy. She's traveled a lot. She picks up pieces from different parts of Mirrorland. And then for the socks, Tide of Tears, Amber Fire. I think no socks is fine too, but then, you know, when running, there are slits on the side, so maybe her legs would be more exposed than she'd like. So, you know, these socks, I think any socks that match would work. I just found these to be the best match for me. And then Merciless Land for the shoes from this set, Silent Ode Judgment, and hair accessories. Kite Pin from Swallow Whispers, which was a free set in, when was that? Music season? I think so. Yeah, I remember this was not in dancing season, but after that. And Wandering Journey for the headwear, this one from Swordmaster, which was a mid-patch 4-star in dancing season. Shackles of Hypocrisy, okay. For the earrings from Silent Ode Judgment, again from the same set. Prayers of Light for the neckwear. I felt like this neckwear here added a lot, even though she already had this. You know, more. More is more. New Old Tale, Meeting of Stars for the choker from Nikki's birthday set, the glow up version. You can see through the dress here, so I thought this added a nice touch. And Blood Knight Ode for the gloves again. Yeah, I I don't even reach for those, the base version of the gloves. Maybe with dyes, it could be better. And Devout Gaze for the face decoration here. Yes, it is kind of green here. The red version, the one that came with this set, is silver. I mean, I guess it matches the hardware here, but everything else here I used their gold, so I wanted to use gold. And the green does match, you know, this hairpin here and here, maybe it's jade, and a handheld. Okay, it's not dyeable, so it's not in the dyeing menu here. Adorned Glow, one of the Inuit gifts you receive after completing the dancing season storyline. I don't know if it's still obtainable. It should be, because the main story was not a limited time event, right? And I think this is part of the main story or a side quest, whichever it is, it should be obtainable. So yeah, I was thinking this is a gift. And base makeup, golden petal drift from Arosa, sacred feathers for the eyebrows from this set, basked in light for the lashes from this set, and here you can see how pretty the lashes are, and no lenses, because I remember when doing the preview, I thought her like default lenses looked really nice with this set because these are kind of reddish brown and this is red, so they match. So I went with no lenses and devout blessings for the lips from this set. And I'm using Twilight Reflections again here in Passionate Banquet, in Nikki's base skin tone, and in Muller Snow. I think right now, yeah, all of the skin tones work very well with the makeup, which wasn't the case when the game first launched. So they are making the makeup better. And yeah, no Eureka, but here's what she looks like in the overworld. And it's not dawn anymore, it's actually daytime. Okay. Yeah. So running around. Okay. Yeah, a bit of clipping you see when she runs. Hey, what if she walks? Let me try. But you're probably not gonna be walking at all. Playing the game. Yeah, there's clipping there too. So, I guess just for pictures, but I really like this look. And let me change time of day. Yeah, nighttime. And on to the next one. And again, she has the stance. Come on. Whatever, you saw what she looks like. So this look, it started out way different. I wanted to make some kind of an oracle because that's what these colors reminded me of. But I ended up making a prince who probably practices sorcery. Yes, Prince, because I think this dress, the length of it, obviously it's Nikki's birthday dress, but in medieval times, it's the men who wore the short stuff, right? Shorts and short skirts. Like I said, a lot of these looks look androgynous to me at least. So here I used this hair again, the same hair that I used for the princess, just not dyed. So this is how the glow up hair looks originally. And for the dress, Nikki's birthday dress from Melody Bloom, the Silent Ode Devoted Heart outerwear. So this is the glow up version. Arosa Traces Misty Dream for the socks from Wishful Arosa Misty Dream, which is the glow up version. Free Soul for the shoes from Nikki's birthday. Wheat Crown for the hair accessory. Okay, yeah, from Tide of Tears Lament. Yeah, I am using a lot of the Tide of Tears pieces. And Become Light for the headwear. So the Queen's Crown, only not dyed. So yeah, this is from the anniversary set. Talking Breeze for the earrings from the default archery outfit, Purifying Wind. New Old Tale, Meeting of Stars for the choker. Again, I really like these pieces from Nikki's birthday set. Ephemeral Days for the gloves, again from Nikki's birthday set. It already had these colors, so I didn't have to change anything. And Seeking Gaze for the chest accessory here from the anniversary set. Past a New Life for the ring, the same color as the Queen's ring. And Golden Timefall for the handheld from Tide of Tears Lament. Like I said, a sorcerer or like a prince who practices sorcery. Heart Ablaze for the base makeup from the anniversary set. Sacred Feathers for the eyebrows from the banner. Basked in Light for the lashes, also from the banner. Veiled in White for the contacts from the permanent banner. Gold Radiance for the lips from the anniversary set, and I'm using Twilight Reflections yet again. And here's what he or she looks like in Passionate Banquet, in Nikki's base skin tone, and in Moonlit Snow. and no Eureka again. Okay, it's still nighttime. Good. Yeah, here's what she looks like in the overworld. She, the prince. I don't know, Nikki. And yeah, let me change time of day. I really like the glowy effects here. Like this piece glows, so does this, and so does this. Here, even during daytime, there's like a significant glow. And yeah, on to the next one. So here's the other look I created with a shorter dress because this time I really wanted to show off the shoes because these shoes are really nice. Now, while styling this look, I realized I didn't have Arosa crafted a second time because this is not my main account. I completely neglected that, and I'm currently farming those bedrock crystals, and I'm using the base version of the Arosa dress with free dyes. So here I wanted to use the hair from the Silent Ode set, which I really like. I just ended up reaching for the 5-star hair. So Silent Ode Devoted Heart, which is the glow up version. I think any of these hairs work because this one, oh my god. Now I'm kind of liking this better. Hey, you can switch it because this is the base version. It matches the dress and the shoes. I thought, this also matched the dress and all the gold here. And black is a neutral hair color. This also works. So I think all of these hair colors work. So this is what I went with, the blonde and yeah, Arosa Bloom. The base Wishful Arosa dress dyed in these free colors. So, these and they're all free. I didn't unlock anything for it. So here's the original. I wanted to just go with the original dress, but I don't know. We've all seen this so many times. So I wanted to change it up a little, and then I put on the socks later first, the shoes. So behind prayers, the base version of the 5-star, and I just dyed area 1 in this free color. And then socks. I don't know, I don't think she really needed socks, but here, warm sunny day. So I actually don't remember where it's from, but I thought it looked so nice here. You see, without socks, with socks, it kind of matched the fabric of the dress around here and also the veil. So yeah, I thought I should add something. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk about her. So I was thinking she's a goddess that they worship, but maybe she's actually a little girl who's being used as a pawn. Is that similar to what's happening in the main story? I haven't finished it. I finished chapter 3. I created the entire royal family, but I haven't specified how they're related. Maybe they're like the king and queen are the parents and the prince and princess are the kids, or they could all be siblings because Queen Philomia and Queen Olivia were sisters, so maybe line of succession works like that. She could be one of the siblings as well that they're kind of using as a pawn, or the daughter of a noble who just wants to be a normal little girl, but that's, they're worshipping her, worshipping in quotes, as a deity. Maybe they think she's some kind of avatar, but she's human. And like she's cooped up in the palace all day or in her temple or somewhere confined, and she just like to go out, something like that. Yeah, dark. Yeah, let's go with the accessories. Or maybe she's actually a goddess, who knows. Hair accessories: serpent stream, amber fire from Tide of Tears, amber fire, starlight crown for the headwear. I mean, this piece made me think goddess. Otherwise she could just be a princess. This looks like way too majestic to me. Like this is the Saintess's outfit. So this is from Behind Prayers. I didn't dye it at all. And ear of starlight for the earrings. So yeah, this is actually from Wheat and Sunlight, the free set from Golden Season. Prayers of light for the neckwear. Again, I think it does add something. Not too much here, but around here. A wordless oath for the bracelet. Again, the same one the princess used, I think. An unfading heart. Oh, that's what this is called. Hey, wasn't that the name of the banner that Crimson Feather was part of? Huh. But anyway, unfading heart for the choker from Behind Prayers. Silent Grain Whisper for the gloves from Tide of Tears Lament. Yes. And a spiritual string for the arm decoration here from the default archery outfit. And here's the original color. I just dyed it a tiny bit to remove the blue here because there wasn't any blue anywhere on her outfit. It was just a little bit, but it was bothering me, so I changed it. And for the makeup, golden tears for the base makeup from the Saintess set, sacred feathers also from this set, this banner. Where Tears Lead for the eyelashes from Tide of Tears, Golden Dawn for the contacts from Wishful Rosa, Devout Blessings for the lips from this set, this banner, and I'm using Passionate Banquet for the skin tone. So here in Twilight Reflections, in Nikki's base skin tone, and Muller Snow. And again, no Eureka, because there's so much going on with the outfits themselves, but I did consider using the Ray Plume Eureka, so this one. I think this looked nice. Yeah, if I had the level 10 version in gold, I would probably use that, but I only have it in pink, so no Eureka. Here's what she looks like in the overworld during the daytime running around. It's a short dress, so uh, I think this is more ideal for running around than the big gowns. And here, the makeup is so pretty. And let me change time of day. Here. Yeah, the hair is blonde, but in some lighting, it almost looks white. So, if you want to unlock white dye, gray, silver, first see how the blonde hair looks in different lighting because you wouldn't want to waste your dyes. Anyway, on to the final look. Okay, so here's the king. I didn't want to make a king initially because I didn't plan on making an entire royal family. It just ended up happening. So I thought, yeah, let's end with a king. Here I did start with this dress behind Prayers green words, not dyed at all. So this is the glow up version. And then I dyed this Silent Ode outerwear, the base version, in these free colors. So yeah, these are all free. Here's the original, by the way. And I don't know, does she look like a king to you? To me, she does. And for the hair, so here's where the different location comes in. I was making this outfit while in the Sea of Stars. So in wardrobe, this hair looked very pink. So I'm using Azure Shore from Nightlight Whispers Shimmer, which is the evolved version of the Nightlight Whispers hair, the 4-star that came with Tide of Tears. And I had it dyed in this pink color before for some other look, I guess. And I really liked how this looked. So I was debating between this and the original Nightlight Whispers hair. So if you don't have the evolution, you could use this. I think the silver hair also looks nice, but I don't know, for some reason I wanted to use the pink. But as soon as I left the wardrobe in the Sea of Stars, this looked a lot less like this and a lot more like this, like a lot darker. I don't know, a different shade of pink that I did not like. Yeah, something to keep in mind. The lighting in different places of the game can be very different and it can make the dyes look very different as well. But I do like this, and of course, these are not free dyes. It's this one, palette 10. So yeah, for that you would need the evolution. You could use other hair. Like I played around with a bunch of different hair. This would work. A lot of the blonde hairs looked really nice. This one, and then this one. So yeah, you have a lot of different options if you don't happen to have this, but that's what I used. And then for the shoes, golden yesterday, green words. So the evolved version of the shoes, just because she needed shoes again, because you can't see like this. And for the hair accessory, Serpent Stream from Tide of Tears. Oh, yeah, the original Tide of Tears, dyed in free colors. I think I used it in another look as well. and then Dome of Light for the headwear from Silent Ode. So I used the same headwear in this and the military look. I didn't get to use the others. I wasn't thinking, but I did manage to use every piece at least once, just not all of the versions of it, the evolution glow up and base. So for the earrings, I'm using Pure Hope green woods. The earrings I'm using for the princess, but here I did dye it a tiny bit because here's the original. You see these pearls, they're very glowy and white, and this one is a lot more vibrant. It matches this gemstone, but it was too bright compared to the eyes, so I wanted to dull it down a bit to match it to the eyes. So that's what I used, free greens, and I dyed these as well. And I think this actually looks better. I mean, of course, if I didn't think so, I wouldn't dye it. And then grainlet tears for the choker. So, okay, from Tide of Tears Lament. Like, it makes such a little difference. If you don't have it as spine, you could use some other choker or no choker, but it did make a tiny bit of a difference, so I wanted to use it. And Devout Prayers green words for the gloves. Again, I dyed it. So here's the original. It's supposed to be green. It matches the dress here as well, but not the outerwear and a lot of the green that you do see when you first look at it. So three greens. Pastel New Life for the ring, this time not dyed, the original color. And for the makeup, Starsea Whispers for the base makeup from Sea of Stars, because pink. Basked in Light for the lashes from this banner. Emerald Light for the lenses from this banner. No lipstick. And I'm using Passionate Banquet as the skin tone, so here she or he is in Twilight Reflections. In Nikki's base skin tone. And Moonlit Snow. And here I am using the Ray Plume head Eureka. Yeah, for the king, I think this one is fine. For the goddess, she needed something more elaborate. So since I didn't have it, I didn't use anything at all. And Wind's Rhythm Hands, huh? I don't remember adding that or Lunar. Okay, no, not needed. Like, this isn't needed either. I think what it was the outfit I had in this slot previously had those equipped. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, here's what she looks like. Yeah, in the home island, I think the hair looks fine, like the shade of pink I want. Let me change time of day. Yeah, so that was dawn. This is daytime. Yeah, you can see the shoes when running. And yeah, the pink is fine. It's not like too different of a color than what I want. And here, nighttime. Let me go over there. Nikki's birthday decorations are gonna go away though. I'm gonna miss them. The cake is still there. Here. And this one doesn't really clip, huh? So I guess this dress was designed with this outerwear in mind. It's from the same banner, but not the same set. So those were all the outfits. I will share the codes, and I don't know. I'm still really torn because I got really lucky. I've never pulled for a final evolution on a limited banner before. I will get all the final ones in the permanent banner eventually, but here, like, I focus on saving so I can do like polls on every banner and do the previews. So I don't know. I do have a lot saved up, so should I go for the final evolution? Since yeah, I completed the 5-star in 140 polls, I had to do one more poll for completing the 4-star evolution. So I didn't even get this decoration. I could go for the final evolution, right? I'd have to pull the full set twice. So in worst case scenario, it would be 340 because I completed at 140. So max PD from there, 200 more. This is the first time the alternate details are really calling to me. I really like this dress. I like this version of the dress so much, and I'd have access to more palettes. So yeah, something I'm thinking about constantly. I'm waiting for the mid-patch 4 stars and the next season's banner reveal to pull because yes, there is a lot of time. Like some of our previous patches didn't last this long. If I do decide to pull, I'll do a video and do a full showcase of the alternate detail version because I've never had one before. And the final evolution does come with alternate makeup, so we'll take a look at that as well. So maybe. So if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Infinity Nikki pulls, dye showcases, gameplay, and styling, consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.